So I gave them this little picture, and they went away. Came back a couple days later, and they were so elated to think we were able to prove who you say you are. We brought back a false passport. And in the middle of this false passport was this little black and white picture that I gave them from my little escape kit that I had made in England. So now my name was Edouard Cartier, and they had all kinds of swastikas over this passport made by the underground. And they said in a couple of days' time, we're going to take you to Paris, where you're going to meet another contact that's going to take you to Spain by car. Well, they came 2 days later, and we went by the regular railway from where we were into Paris, and I had to brush past a huge German guard who was in the doorway of the coach we entered. He was massive, big man. He had the potato masher on his belt and the jack boots, and he had a huge firearm cradle in his arm, and he would just look at everybody and growling. But this couple had warned me before I got on the train, pretend you're asleep so as not to draw undue attention to yourself. Anyway, we get in the car, but I kept looking at this man because I was mesmerized by his height. I couldn't get, and they kept kicking me, motioning with their eyes to close my eyes, which I did. So finally we get into Paris. Now they warned me, you're going to have to go through a security check. Everybody does. And really all you need to do is just reach in your pocket, pull out your passport, and it should be okay. But we'll be in the background watching you. And if there's anything happens, we will try to create a diversion. And if you can get away, you get away. Don't you worry about us. And I thought, my golly, these people are already prepared to risk their lives for me. But thankfully it didn't happen. Nothing happened. They were back here watching me. And as I went through, I showed my passport, and the guard grunted something. I went through. Then they caught up to me, and then we went through the regular underground, the French underground, boarded a car. And when we boarded this car, there was a gendarme there. And there was a transition of some kind of information because there was a movement of eyes between this couple and this gendarme. So I had the feeling that they would let the gendarme know, who was probably a member of the underground, that they had another airman. So they took me into Paris and they put me in a hotel. And they said, in a couple days' time, you'll get this knock. That'll be your contact. Well, the knock came 2 days later, and the man at the door said, I'm taking to Spain by car. I have some of your comrades downstairs waiting for you. Well, I go down in the street, get into this little black French Citroën, and there's 3 other men in the car. And immediately in our conversation, struck up, wow, they're airmen. So there's 4 of us. We think, wow, this is neat because in a few days' time, we'll be back in Spain and we'll be on our way home. Well, the driver drives through Paris and he stopped at a roadblock.